My name's Sarah Wallace. I'm a solicitor at Constantine Law. I'm a regulatory and corporate crime lawyer. I act for individuals, small to medium-sized firms and large institutions who are either at risk of or under investigation. I can advise you whether you're a suspect in an investigation, you're a witness, you're a victim, or you're the whistleblower. The types of investigators that I typically deal with are the Financial Conduct Authority, Serious Fraud Office, the ICO, the CMA and other professional discipline regulators. So whether you're a banker, an IFA, an actuary or an accountant, if you're worried about something that may or may not have happened, then I may be able to help. So how do my clients feel when they're notified that they're under investigation? First of all, it's a really worrying and stressful time. It's a real distraction from the day job. Often it's very difficult about who you can tell. Typically the legal advice is you can't discuss it with many people, and you can feel very confused and very alone. Generally at that point, if someone contacts me, I advise that if you are under investigation, you should have some legal representation. There can be a tendency when people are at risk of investigation that they think that they can talk themselves out of it. That can be quite risky, to speak to a regulator or a prosecutor without legal advice, because unwittingly you can talk yourself into it. So let me give you some practical tips if you're notified that you're subject to an investigation. Whether you're an individual or a firm, you may need to think about notifications. There may be notifications to your insurers and to inquire whether you have legal expenses insurance. If you're regulated, for example, by the Financial Conduct Authority or by a professional discipline regulator, you may need to look to see whether a notification is required to them. If you're an individual working for a firm, there may be a requirement to notify your employer. Other practical considerations are, do you need to put a preservation hold on documents and electronic material? Do you need to seize anyone's devices? Do you need to conduct an internal investigation or internal review? How is that going to be done? Will you use external lawyers or forensic investigators to assist with that process? So many regulatory investigations have an information gathering stage, and that information gathering stage falls into two parts. The first part is document requests, and typically documents now are electronic, so it's electronic information that you're providing, often within a quite short period of time. The other type of information gathering that regulators do are interviews, normally face-to-face, occasionally over the phone. Those types of interviews are typically compulsory interviews, but sometimes if they're investigating criminal offences, they can be under caution. And sometimes if you're a whistleblower or victim, it may be a voluntary interview. Those two aspects of an investigation do have pitfalls, regardless of what your status is. And if I'm advising a client, I can help them prepare properly and ensure that you're not tripping over some of the banana skins that sometimes can happen.